Good morning, everyone. It's Key of W with Islands of Insight again. Um, I guess I'm just going for 100%. That's just really what we're doing here. Uh, was certainly not my goal when I first started recording this. But also, I'm not really keeping tabs on other YouTubers. As far as I'm aware, there's not really a lot of people who have 100% of this game, let alone recorded it. So there's, some sense of I'm the first to do that. I'm not the first. Someone else has surely done that. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. I think it was all chromatic is what it was. Anyway, I'm certainly not the first, but there's part of me that's like, there should be a video series of the, like, 100% of the game. But I don't know. I kind of wish it was not me because these videos are really not professional at all. Um, and I will never ever make professional videos. Okay. 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 There we go. Wait, there's another one. There's another one back there. Wait, I'm supposed to be? Maybe I'm supposed to be in here. How would I get these? A little further here. No, no. Yeah, I guess I gotta be on this side. How would I ever get that? Oh, here. Okay. Anyway. Since I'm in Serene Deluge, I'm just gonna do puzzles here since I know I haven't done that many. Let's see. How would I get into this section? If I came in and I was 2 by 1 in this spot, I could go 2 by 2 and then 2 by 1 here and then get out. So I'd want to be 2 by 1 here. 2 by 2, 1, 2, 2. So I could come in this way. No, hold on, the other way. I would have to. What if I tried to go in this way and then? Yeah, I think I can do this. I think I can do this and lose. No, I can't do that. Um, could I instead come this way? No, this is not going to win either. Could I go this way and then come in through here? Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be done. I like that one. Oh, hey. Oh, there's a cube. There's a cube. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Anyway, I looked before I started recording to see if there was... Oh. Oh, come on, man. Don't do that. I looked to check, like, Verdant Glen and Lucent Waters, which are the places I've done the most puzzles, to see if there's any of the type that I'm really looking for, and it looks like there aren't, so I'm not going to be, like, specifically aiming for those puzzle types right now. Oh, that was it. Okay. So I'm gonna just stick with this area and the Shady Wildwood and Autumn Falls, because just any puzzles will do at that point. I'm not really close to finishing much. There. All numbers are off by 1, my absolute favorite. So these are just 2s, and what? Oh, they have to be white. They just have to be. And then, oh, hey, hello. Didn't mean to do that. This has to be a 4. Um, This can't be black because it would way overload. So we're definitely doing either a 2 or a 4. This could be black or white. If it's white, it's just these 3. Well, if this was white right here, we'd overload, right? No, that'd be correct. That'd be... no, it wouldn't. Because it would be correct in area. We got 4, which is this, but it would still only be 3 here, so it'd be wrong. So this has to be a dark cell, which means this does have to be a 2. Then this has to be a 2 there. This has to be a 2, and if it was a black cell, it'd be too much, so that's what that's going to be. Now, if this were black, we would need to... if this were a black cell, we'd already have 4 that this cell would see that are black. We need to add one more to make 5. The only place we could add it is here, which would actually make the area be 6. So that's white. And so now it has an area of 5, but it sees 3, which is how we want this to be. And now this 2 has to be a 1. This cannot be a black because it overloads, so it's a white. Let's see. This can't be white. No, it can. It can't be black. It can. If this is black, we're actually good. In fact, we can make the rest of this black and we're fine. Nice. That's another good puzzle. I like the logic of that. Let's see, where else can I be? Let's tool around down on this edge area as well. I tend not to hang out here. How many music puzzles we got today? I've already done 1. Oh, there's 10 music puzzles today in this area? That's cool. Sparks. I'll take them. Right, discrete and unspecified puzzles. Discrete was, I don't remember. Unspecified is flow orbs, which, how many do we got? We don't have any flow orbs here today. Ooh, that's not good. I want to find flow orbs. Yeah. Oh, something down there? Yep, it was an arch. I thought I saw the flicker as I was going by. How about down this way? Okay, we're heading into Autumn Falls. Don't actually want to go there yet. Let's get some sightseers out of the way, shall we? This one's looking up. Are we looking up at this building? I don't think it's this one. I think it's the building this direction. Yeah, I think we're looking at this. So we see the 2 waterfalls there and the one in the distance. So we got to be a little further back. And this tree? Looks like this tree, but how much further back can we go? Here, I guess. We need to be more that way, yeah. Nice. Cool. Cool. Let's grab this guy. Don't make white squares, but I do have to make sure all the rest of this is done. So only 2 dark cells here. Well, this is as far down as this 6 can go, because if it goes here, it overloads the 4. And this is as far as it can go that way. So we have to have those 2 as white cells. That is non-negotiable. And if this is a dark cell, then we have to have all of that. So we can't have both of these being dark. This one can be dark if we push out a little further. But we also can't have all here. So we do have to push down at least once. Now here, we can't go that far down, but there's so many other directions we can go, I'm not totally sure. Let's see. Maybe these can just connect if we want. Well, what about it? If I put a dark cell here, for instance, we'd have to move at least there, and then this would have to be a dark cell, which is fine so far. Now, if I put one here, would that do anything? This would also force all of that. Would this be a problem? I don't know. Also, this row might not be a smart one to work in because we don't have any condition on the side here. These ones have conditions. There needs to be 4 dark cells here. One of these 2. One of these 3. I mean, this would satisfy a bunch of conditions at once. We have 3 dark cells here. Well, we can only go so far this way. But I can still block this off and make a 6 this way. I don't know what else to do there. Let's see. Well, hold on. I forgot this rule. Don't make this pattern. That's a dark cell. So now, if I did this, first of all, we wouldn't have enough. Actually, this is as far to the right as this 6 can go, which means we do have to bring it down that far. That 6 is complete. No squares, no squares. So this 6 is done. No squares. That finishes that off. We have to bring down at least twice over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to bring this down. Let's see. I think the 6 is complete. This is now complete, this set of 4. This has to go down at least once. This has to go left at least once. This has to go down at least once. So that finishes off this row. No squares. This has to be white. No squares. So that's complete. That's complete. That's complete. Excellent. I just had to remember the rule. That's really all I had to do there. Oh dear, this one looks complicated. So if I start by going this way, I can do quite a lot here. Oh, this might just be it. This might... No. Hold on. I need to come the other side. I need to go backwards from what I did. I need to do what I... Yeah, because I need to end over here. That's it. Excellent. Excellent work, me. What were the discrete puzzles? I don't remember. Discrete was... Wasn't any of the hidden objects. Alright. Covert was the hidden object ones. Discrete was like... Was it Sightseers? Or was it Sentinel Stones? Wasn't one of the grid types. It might have been Sightseers. Whatever, I'll find them. I only need to find one more anyway. There it is. I think I gotta stand over here for this sky drop. It's nice that we can have randomized sky drops because it means that I always have a source of sparks even if I run out of puzzles to do. Let's see. Green, let's get you out of the way now. Let's put the red in line. Let's put the red in line again? No. Hold on. If I do this, it's in line. It's now I gotta do that. Yeah. How many of those fuckers do I gotta do today? There's so many. There's just way too many phasic tiles. I think I've said before there should be about 10% as much as there are. Kinda seems like I can drop this down. Oh, that was it. Oh look, another music grid, just so easy. I know that much. Where's the last one? There. Okay, that's it. I guess that counts as an actual, like, rhythmic pattern. I find the drum ones a little more challenging than the melody ones, but I might be one of the only ones to feel that way because I have a pretty good ear for melody. But if you don't have one, then the rhythm and the melody ones will probably seem the same to you, and it's easier to differentiate the different drum types than it is to differentiate pitches. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. 3s? Well, one of those two is going to be it. I'm not sure which one. Well, this 4 can't go all the way up, so it does have to move to the left, which is going to block it here. The 3 has to move to the right at least once. Let's see. This 4 doesn't have to touch here, though, I don't think. This 3 can't go all the way down, so it's got to go to the right. Is there any way this is a dark cell? No, because I'm going to make... Yeah, that's got to be a light cell. And in fact, I can't go any further than that. I have to make it there. So that's what it has to be. That one's done already. Love to find another sightseer somewhere. Would be super cool. On a day when I'm actually looking for them. I think that one's there. That might be the discrete puzzle. I just don't remember if it is. Hold on. We got one of these. And there's a glide rings. Might as well touch on that. I will be back for the glide rings. We gotta look at the islands that are over here. Yeah, but I think I gotta be higher in the air. Like, I gotta be somewhere over here, maybe? I feel like this is a pretty good approximation of the spot, right? Or do I gotta be more this direction? I gotta be behind this? Yeah, I gotta be behind this. Oh, there we go. Alright, it's back down. Hey, level 102. I don't get anything for that, but now I can tell all the boys I got to level 102. Okay, so it's one of these. Okay. Alright, I don't think I need to be this high up for this puzzle, but I do want to explore a bit. Okay, so there's this ring. There's this ring over here. And there. Okay, this one as well. There's one more ring. Oh, it's just this one down here. And there's a cube. Ah, whatever. I'll just take it. There's a cube somewhere. Is it up high? Is that what it is? Oh, it's right up here. I have solved this puzzle, so skip that. Yeah, discrete puzzles were the other things. So where are there flow orbs today? There's none here, apparently. I don't know why. Are there flow orbs over here? No. What the heck? I haven't even played in like a week. Where are these? Are there flow orbs here? There's two. Are there flow orbs elsewhere? Maybe Lucent Waters has some. There's one. There's not going to be any here. There's none. So I even if I did every flow orb available today, I can't finish the rare quests. That's annoying. It's partly my fault for taking so many flow orbs off the board before I even did this. This quest, the Luminous quest, would be a lot easier if I turned off the mod, but I'm not doing that anytime soon. If I need to do something about my Spark situation, I'll figure that out later. It's not like I need to get all the cosmetics, but I feel like it's my duty to you and to my country that I find them all. I heard a thing. Might be up there somewhere. There it is. Oh, hold on. I think that's how we solved the matchbox there. Oh, oh, no, 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 I didn't mean to do that. No. Hold on, is there something up there? Or is it just a trick of the graphics? I think it might have just been a trick of the graphics. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Let's see. This 3 can't go all the way that way. So it's got to go up. That's really the only thing we can do. Connect all dark cells means that's got to go. Uh-huh. Yeah, not really much else to say about that one. probably in here. Yeah. Let's take a look at you. 8, huh? 7, huh? I can only go down that far, so if we filled it out all of this, we would still need 1, 2... Yeah, we need to connect the 8 and the 7. There's no getting around that. So... the 7 now... it only has 2 more spaces it can go. How about the 6? Well, it's got to go these 2. That's just a matter of which 3 here. No dominoes, no squares. Well, that's going to take care of this section for us. Only one of those 2. 6 could go this way. Well, hold on. The 8 and the 7. The 8 has to move 1 space lower than the 7, so it at least has to move this far down. Now, if the 7 moves down, the 8 has to move down again. Or it's just one of these 2. Well, hold on. If the 8 moves down here... oh, no, I think that's fine. I thought we'd have a problem with the square. We can't have both of these. One of these at least has to be a domino. Also connect all light cells. So if we did this... it would be fine, but we'd have to move everything through. No. This 2 cannot be used as a connection point, because it can only have one piece. So, like, if it was this one, we can't connect through here. If it was this one, we can't connect through there, right? So, we can do something like this, but then we can't bring it out. So, this is not the connection point. This is. These both can't be dark cells. So, we can't have this be a light cell, because then we would have 2 dark cells there. We wouldn't have any way to connect these cells. So, that has to be a dark cell. Which means now it's either this one or that one. Well, no squares, so it's here and there. No dominoes means that's what we gotta do. This has to go. No squares. 3, so one of these 2. Probably that one? No, good. No, because if we did this, we would have no way to connect through, so it has to be this one. That's that. Now the 6 is here. We connect this way, and then we're done. That was a neat one. I like the logic of that. How do we do one of these? Yellow's already in place, so I don't know what I need that for. The only thing that's not in place is the blue. So I just need to get blue in a different spot. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. Seems like a puzzle is designed just to, like, trick you into unsetting the already correct things. Alright, 8 through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, now it has to go here. 6, 4, 5, 6. The 2 can't go either of those directions. Dark regions of area 5. So this needs to have area 5, which means every single thing connected to this needs to be seen by the 5. So it can't do this, for instance. It can go here, but then it can't go up. This has to go down that far. So actually it does have to go up. There's no way to make it not go up. So we have to block this. So it's either this piece or that one. Let's see. This 6 now has to go up further. This dark cell can't connect down here. It overloads. So it has to connect this way. It would also... no, this would be fine. But don't think that's what it is. This piece has to come out. We can't have the 4 all the way across. So it does, in fact, have to move down. So this is complete. The 8 is complete. We're done. Good puzzle. I'm glad I've been doing good puzzles today. Sometimes in Serene Deluge, I get some real dogs. This is not complete. It just has a leitmotif on it. There we go. Something up there. let me just jump up. I'm not doing a climbing game. There it is. I should make my way to another domain, probably. Not spend my entire day just in the one. Although I probably could. There's lots of puzzles here I still haven't done. Oh. Bit of a launch there. How do we start heading this way? It's over here. This is going to be some Lucent Waters. I don't need to do a lot in Lucent Waters. What's that one count as? Serene Deluge? Yeah. Yeah, the puzzle types I'm really looking for here are not present today. So I'm not specifically aiming for anything. I'm just going to quick wander through here and grab a couple things. Is that? Don't think so. No florbs. Like, it's fine. I don't really like doing florbs. It's just would be nice to have them around for the luminous quest I've got. Complete the pattern. 4, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, another sort of problem just from the design philosophy of this game thing. It's not a huge problem. It's not something I dislike so much as it's just a problem you're not going to get away from if you make a game with this many puzzles. Is that oftentimes you just have to design a ton of puzzles and not really trim out the fat. So when we're looking at these puzzle types, I'm doing like 100 puzzles that are kind of all the same, doing the same trick, so to speak, or doing a bunch that, you know, like the pattern I just did there where, okay, well that's not particularly interesting to solve. I like solving it because it's a puzzle. I like doing that. Ah, there it is. But it's just, it seems like an unsolvable problem from a design perspective here, is that if you don't, yeah, if you want 10,000 puzzles, you either have to have an extreme amount of development time to whittle down from like 1,000,000 good puzzles down to 20,000, or you need to just crank them out and accept that, you know, at least half of the puzzles are going to kind of be retreads of what you've done before. Most players aren't even going to do... Okay, the E's got to come through here, that's for sure. Most people aren't going to do all the puzzles. Like, that's just not going to happen. Let's see. D's going to go here. D has to be this spot, so there's that. Yeah. And that's okay. Like, I'll solve the same puzzle over and over, but I do notice that there's a lot. It's like, well, we've kind of done this before, and it's kind of a gimme at this point. Most players are not going to be going for 100% and will therefore not run into this issue. They'll just do a few of each type and go, well, that was fun. So it is kind of unsolvable unless you want to spend years and years in development. Is it this one? No, there's no thing there. So what am I looking? I'm looking at... No, I am looking at that. So maybe... Gotta be... I've got to be looking kind of this way. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Dark regions of area 4, light regions of area 4. Let's see. We can't put one here. If we put a dark cell here, we would have a scenario where either dark or light wouldn't equal 4, so that's got to be a light cell. And there we go. I like that one. That was a fun little puzzle. See another Wandering Echo. We might as well start clearing those out too. 6. Okay, wasn't much of a puzzle. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Cool. Don't make 4 in a row of any kind. Connect all dark cells. Connect all light cells. Well, I can surely do this. No, I can't. But I can't do that either. That was worth a shot. How else would I do it? Because if I went around this way, I couldn't. I could do that. I could do it this way. There we go. Figure there was something about that in the puzzle. Okay, can't connect those. A does have to escape, but it can't connect to B. E is just going to go around the edge. Means A is just going to go around the edge, which means this is complete. Let's also head a bit this way into our good old Verdant Glen. Eventually the glide rings will show up here, but it's been several weeks, I think, of checking on this one. Is there anything? There really isn't anything to do of the puzzle types I'm specifically looking for. So it's just, like, grab a bunch of hidden objects, match threes, which there are, 8,000 of these. Let's see. Feels like this piece is going to move to the left, but do I want it immediately? I don't know why not. Like, what if I just do this? Yeah, it seems like that's it. Don't make squares of any kind, so that's got to be there. And we got to connect dark and light cells. No squares, no squares, no squares. La 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 la. That's gonna go. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. We got these connected. So it's either going to connect here or all the way around. This can't possibly connect all the way around because we'll have an issue here. These two have to be two different colors, so this has to connect there. Let's see. Any other square-ish things that I don't want to do? This would be a square, so that's got to connect there as well. These are different colors, so this is what it is. And then these all connect around the top. What would I connect this to here? There. Other way around. Oh, hey, another one of these guys. Okay, this is gonna move in probably. How am I gonna do this? If I could start here. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to make 4. What if I... that's not good either. What if I start with this, and then I push that over, and then we're good? Yeah. Nice. Third time's the charm. Oh hey, I got another thing. Echo of Time. Hold on. Important lore dump. The Shapers of Realms. The lives of Aurorals were measured in eons upon eons, ages upon ages. The echoing depths of time. It is only natural they should become lonely. The harmonies of their thoughts rippled across the knowns that other Aurorals could answer. At times, their musing led to deeper discussions, the gathering of minds. The gardens were centers of wisdom, contemplation, and connection, places for respite in the nothingness. Aurorals themselves were untouched by the grasp of time. It was their purpose they could not escape. You know, I'm starting to feel like the lore was kind of a mistake in this game. I mean, if it was intentional, like we needed to know it, then it needed to be given to us differently. Because, like, a lot of this stuff, when you read a single snippet of lore, is completely incomprehensible. Like, I read that, I don't know what it's talking about, because it's so long between lore drops, and none of the lore is, like, memorable enough to stick in my mind, like, oh, I remember them talking about this. And so the only way to really know it is to go back through all of these every time I see a piece of lore. Wait, am I missing any? Lore fragments? Hold on, that's regular lore fragments. Echoes of Time. I'm missing a couple, but it's like, I'd have to go back and read every time. Because the Echoes of Time are rewards for doing a lot of puzzles. Most players aren't going to see that. And so I guess, I don't know, from a design perspective, they're like, if no one's going to see this puzzle or see this lore, we don't want to make it super important. But I don't know what they're talking about. It's too long between lore drops, and none of the lore seems to play off of each other. It's not like, oh, this is definitely a continuation of the previous part of the story. There aren't like character names to follow, like, oh, I remember John from lore drop number 17. And this is what happened to him after the cataclysm. Like, there's none of that. It's just, oh, this is a terrible place to put this one. Gotta do it that way. New Wandering Echoes Green Deluge. That's kind of cool, but I'm not going to go back there today. So I know I gotta be somewhere here. There we go. Right there. How many of these rings am I going to do before I get tired of rings? Let's see. Right through there. So the thing about these armillary rings is they are pulled from, like, a set, I guess. They're not entirely random. Not totally sure exactly how the game does it, but they don't stay solved forever, because I've done so many of these, but when I check my ring total on save stats after this, like, I've done a good 10 to 20 of these puzzles, the number will not have gone up by that much. So some of these are repeats, or they're randomized puzzles that don't count as specified ring puzzles. Not totally sure how it's done here. At least armillary ring puzzles are quick. They're quick and easy. You just come in and do this. They're kind of fun. I like them too. They're some of my favorites. This many hours into playing the game, my favorite puzzle types, outside of logic grids, which are just the greatest puzzle type, are the type that, A, don't wear out their welcome, like there's not too many of them. They're quick. You do them quick, move on to the next one, and they don't all feel like you're doing the same puzzle 7,000 times. Which is weird to say about armillary rings, because it really is a similar thing, but there's something about armillary rings that doesn't feel repetitive to me. No squares, excuse me. Connect dark and light cells, you now have to go around this way. There we go. Hidden pentads also, like, I like those. Those ones feel like a different puzzle every time, whereas phasic dials, that's the same thing every single time. There's like 300, 400 of those puzzles in the game. There should be about 25. Either that or they should have been way more carefully crafted to make variations. There's no variations on them. Same with memory grids. There's about 300 of those in the game or so. There should be about 10 or 20. Is there any way to get both of those from that side? Because if I'm in here, or maybe I'm in this little crevice, I can't get in there. Maybe I'm in from the other side. Is there any way to get this? Is there any way to do that and also get those? No. Oh, hey, hold on. I can get both from here. But then I could have to move a little further in. Yeah, that's where it is. Anything else? There's probably a lot of logic grids I can do here, at the very least. I'm not seeing a ton of them, but I bet they're there somewhere. That's a puzzle that's been completed. Here we go. There's the logic grid. There's that. Dark Reasons of Area 3. Solved. Oops. There's that. Uh-huh. Let's see. We could connect there. Actually, if we connected this, we'd be in trouble. So it is, in fact, that. thought I saw something down here. Maybe not. How about you? Have I done this one yet? No, I have not. I think I just do the obvious move every time. At least what was obvious to me. It was where my eyes went first. Maybe I just got lucky. Ah, puzzle radar. Would this be useful for anything? This looks like a completed puzzle. And if I look up at the top, I would see... Yeah, I think it's complete. So let's grab one of these guys and then see what I can find. There's a cube back here that I would have totally missed otherwise. That's a good hiding spot for a cube. I say that non-sarcastically. That is genuinely a great idea. These probably are matchboxes together. We're getting to a point where I can probably tell. Shoot, hold on. Where I can probably tell. Oh no, it's not. Still not high enough. There we go. Yeah, I was ignoring matchboxes when I was doing puzzle radars because there would usually be so many of them. You can just see outlines, but you can't tell which one belongs to what. But now that there's fewer of them left, I can probably look at matchboxes with this and figure out which ones belong to what. Let's get another match 3 out of the way. Don't see any reason not to do this and that, so we can make this happen, and then lose because I made too many. Okay, so let's do this first, and then do this. Yeah. I got baited. Oh, where am I going? It's sending me backwards. Oh, thanks. Something. This just got rocks there and a logic grid. Whoa. Something flashed weird. Area numbers. Let's see. 6 can go this far, but it's going to have to go this way. And then it's going to have to go that way. And that way. The 5 could take up all the space without touching the 4, so I'm not totally sure with that. Well, hold on. The 5 can only touch these 5 spaces. So the 6 has to be here. Now the 4 can only touch those, and then the rest of the puzzle is solved. Let's head up to the whatever statue over here. We can at least get our points for the 3 Sentinel Stones puzzles. Let's see here. Don't make... Oh, that's an annoying pattern to make, but it means we can't put a white cell here. So it's got to be a dark cell. We can put a dark one there. Can't put one there. So this has to be a light cell. This can be light, but it has to be light, which means that overloads it. This is a problem. It's a weird pattern. As I've said before, if you're going to do weird patterns, you need to have long tutorial sections specifically on those patterns so that we can learn some clues about them. I don't care about Skydrop thing. So let's claim this. So Skydrops and hidden objects is something we can definitely find. Let's do that one. Neat. One of these days I should go for a combo of like how many Skydrops can I get quickly. That's done. That can't go there. That's got to come out. That's got to be there. Okay. Is that an arch? It's an arch. That counts as a hidden object. Now that I'm looking for Skydrops, they're not anywhere close to where I am. There's one kind of over here. Looks like there's a match 3 I can do. And a ring. find a box. Where's the other box? Those aren't going to connect to each other. Corner rules. Dark regions of area 3. Let's see. I can't go there. Those can't connect. That's got to be like that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Ah, puzzle radar. I can use that to find hidden objects. Let's see. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can make the 4 right here. Then I can do something like this. Yeah. Nice. And another match 3. I think I want to do this first, and then, yeah. This is not in solved minutes yet. Or just follow the path. That's what this one is. That's all right. B+. Oh no, it's moving. Stop making moving ones. That's the only thing in my mind that drags down the armillary rings. The only thing I dislike about them is the moving ones. Some sky drops, please. We'll find it. The sky drops are not that rare. Just need to make sure I keep an eye out for them. There's a few over this way. Don't make squares, don't make 4 in a row, don't make checkerboards, and connect all Dark Souls. Okay, so no 4 in a row means we gotta do that. No squares means we gotta do this. We also can't have checkerboards. No 4 in a row, no squares, no checkerboards, oops, wrong button, no checkerboards, etc., etc. We can't be doing this kind of stuff. We do need to connect all dark cells as well. That's gotta be there. No squares. So now, what am I gonna do with this section? So anyway, this is a light cell? Yeah, this is gonna be a light cell. No, if this is a light cell, then that's a light cell too. So this is a dark cell here. Let's see, one of these two's gotta be a light cell. If this was a light cell, we couldn't do this. We'd have to do this, which would block it off. So this has to be the dark cell right here. We can't have checkerboards. We got to do it this way. That's got to be connected, and we're good. This is going to have to come out through here. It's going to have to come up through here as well. And then, no, none of that kind of stuff. There we go. Neat puzzle. Let's start looking for these sky drops. Oh, hey, look at that. That's a good time to get the chromaticism. Oh, no, I can't see it from here, can I? No, I can't. And there's the sky drop bonus. Is there another one I can grab real close? There. Let's get a higher bonus. 30 bonus. 30 bonus. Can I get another one? The trouble with the bonuses is they go by faster and faster. I can get a 40? No, I can't. Okay. Close enough. Well, I've got the sky drops. Now I just got to find a hidden object. There was a puzzle radar. I'm now remembering. I saw one and ignored it. I do not remember where I saw it. But that is okay. I think I can find a hidden object puzzle without it. Don't make 4 in a row. So that's going to be dark. These have to both be light. So all I care about is 4 in a row. That's gotta be light, so that's gonna be dark. So is that. That makes that light. These are both dark. This would have to be dark. This would have to be dark. So that's light. This has to be light. This has to be light. Dark, dark, and no checkerboard, so we gotta do this. No 4 in a row. But black we can do 4 in a row. Yeah. Is this a completed puzzle? No. Let's go. Is it just zigzag? That is not super interesting. Let's see here. Right here. There we go. Nice. Don't want to connect this. It's going to cause a problem by doing that. If I start here, 5, 6, I need to figure out a way to just break 3 at a time here. Is there any way to do it from... This still is not useful. I still gotta do this. If I do it this way, actually, I think I'll be fine. Yeah, that's good. Let's head up. We might find a puzzle, hidden object puzzle by doing this. Surely we shall. Ring, arch, or cube. Any of those will be fine. There's a ring down there. I see it. We'll grab this. And we'll make our way back to an effigy. And I'll probably actually stop the episode here once we get this bonus. Match 3 in puzzle and match boxes. Flow orbs, glide rings. There aren't any today. Crystal, flow orb, glide ring, wandering echo. This is the best one of the set, I think. So we'll hold on to that, and I'll stop here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I will see people in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.